home. I'm just like, man, I'm a little nervous right now. And I'm very, very nervous right now. I really am. Big announcement coming up right now. There we go, Alicia Villarreal. Ay, papacito. Good morning, Double R Radio. Friday morning, Freeform Friday it is. November the 2nd, 2018. 9:44 por la mañana. The weekend is finally here. And, well, I guess it's that time. It is that time to go ahead and make my big announcement. Before anything else, before I even jump on anything what I need to talk about and say, I definitely want to give a big thank you and shout out going out to DJ Abel Martinez, also Maria Lopez and Cindy Martinez Hernandez, who this morning, all three of them, each made a $50 donation to Double R Radio. I thank you all so very, very much. Maria Lopez, Abel Martinez, and Cindy Martinez Hernandez have been loyal listeners, and even more so, have always been supportive, not only listening but making donations to my radio station, along with some other people as well, but we'll talk about them in just a little bit. And I want to thank them so very, very much for putting the effort in and making their donations to my radio station. I thank them so very, very much. That being said, this radio station has been up and running for 5.5 years. 5.5 years. And this all started with a buddy of mine telling me, Robert, as much as you're on Facebook, as many people as you know, and as much music that you know, and you've been, you know, and the music scene for a long time, you should start your own radio station. And I was like, nah, I don't got time for that. You know, at the time I was managing my apartment complex, and I was bringing in a little bit of money, but it was enough to support myself. Well, leave it to me to go ahead and just kind of say, well, you know what, let me see what it takes to do a radio station. And I pretty much had all the tools I needed to do it. It was just a matter of doing it. And I got to tell you, when I first started the radio station, it was ugly. It really, really was. I was trying to fine tune. I was trying to figure out how to do this or do that in a sense of how it would work, how it connects, and whatever the case may be. But I finally got it. I finally got everything. I tweaked everything, and the radio station was up and running. And before you know it, it was like a couple of days a week, whatever. I'd go on here, go on there, and before you know it, this radio station took over my life. It just took over my life. And on my end, just in case you don't know the way I work and the way I am, when I take on a project, I don't do it half-assed. I try to put everything I have into my project, whatever I am working on. And like I said, this radio station definitely took over my life. It did. It took over my life so much to where I started putting my duties, my responsibilities to the complex where I live at kind of on the side, because I was really focusing on the radio station. And even more so, everything started kicking in. Listeners started jumping on the bandwagon. And then I started expanding my music. I started expanding my hours of playing for you guys. My morning shows, my cruising classic shows, which I added on. I started off with just a regular morning show. It was 5 days a week. And then before you know it, about 3 months later, I had this brainstorm saying, hey, nobody's doing cruising classics. Nobody's playing the old school love songs. You know, I should jump on that. Not only for me, but for my listeners. So which meant now I was giving up 5 days. I was giving up 5 mornings of my life from 7 to 10 o'clock in the morning, which also meant I was used to getting up at 10 or 11 in the morning every morning. All of a sudden, I'm waking up at 6 o'clock, 6:30 every morning to do the morning show at 7, from 7 to 10 o'clock in the morning. But I was okay with that. I was willing to give that up. And so now, Lord and behold, now I throw in the Cruising Classic Show. I throw in the Cruising Classic Show, so now I'm not only giving up 5 mornings, I'm also giving up my Sunday evenings. But like I said, that's how much I started putting my heart and soul into this radio station. And like I said, it's been up and running for 5 years, and I cannot tell you how many listeners have gone through my radio station in 5.5 years. To last count, I've had close to, no lie, and I could show you the numbers. I'm not saying all at one time, but all in 5.5 years, I've had close to 500,000 people go through my station, travel through my station, listen to my station in 5.5 years. That is simply unreal for a small internet radio station, playing out of a condo, out of a townhome, no antenna on the roof, just a simple radio station. I've told people sometimes I call it the Wayne's World of Tejano music. Wayne's World had a TV station going through their living room, should I say through their basement. My radio station has been running through my living room, and all that as well. I started doing interviews. I started doing interviews with Tejano celebrities, Tejano singers, bands, some music stars, some movie stars, Jesse James Leja, world boxing champ, and I can go on. And like I said, and I kept on going, and then I started chasing interviews, because I liked it. I liked what I was doing, and I really did. And mind you, this radio station is kicking. It's going. It's rolling. But along with that, it's beating me up. The radio station is beating me up, and it's taking its toll. So, and even more so, I've been very, very blessed to have people who have donated to my radio station on a constant basis, and I thank y'all so very, very much. Prime example this morning, Abel Martinez, Maria Lopez, Cindy Martinez Hernandez, all made $50 donations to my station this morning, which helps keep the radio station up and running. And you probably noticed every time I'm closing out my radio show, I always say you can always make a donation to RR Radio by clicking on the donate button at the front of my page. And I say that because the radio station, although I've had people come in and advertise with my station, it's never been enough to support the radio station, to support my facility, to support everything that's going on, because the radio station just doesn't run itself. I put my time, my effort, the computer, and not only that, remember, all this music that I'm playing, I'm not posting on Facebook like other people that say, I'm not, I do not own any of these rights, whatever. I don't work that way. I make sure I pay for my publishing, I pay for my streaming, because I try to do it the right way. Okay, that being said, so that means every month I got to pay for publishing. I got to pay for all of that. That's just the way the radio station works. But like I said, my people who donate to RR Radio have always been good to me and donated. It's gotten a little thin lately, but I said that's okay. I'm still going to give it up. So now I'm doing the radio station. It's taking over my life, but I'm not bringing in finances the way I should to help keep the lights on and everything else. So I got to get a job. In the words of my mom, a real job. So what do? I start working for Uber. And I got to tell you, man, Uber is simply awesome. I love doing the Uber Lyft thing. There we go. I enjoy doing the Uber thing. But like I said, now, all of a sudden, I'm bringing in money. Money's coming in. Cash flow's coming in on the Uber side. But the Uber thing is taking over. Now, all of a sudden, I'm doing the radio station from 7 to 10 o'clock in the morning. At 10:15, I'm out the door and I'm working till 5 or 6 in the afternoon, maybe 7 sometimes. But the Uber thing, I'm doing 7 days a week. So now I've got 2 full-time jobs. One that's bringing in money and one that really isn't. So, but yet I'm still trying to move forward. I'm still trying to survive. I'm still trying to entertain you guys along with myself. But I knew sooner or later, I knew that this was going to take its toll on me. And it really, really has. It's been beating me up on both sides. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to dollars and cents. It comes down to what's bringing in the money, what's going to pay the bills, what isn't, and how much can I sustain on the radio station side. How much effort more can I put without me sounding terrible, without me sucking, without me just having no personality, not wanting to do anything, and pretty much being on too long than what I should have been. And well, like I said, I have put my heart and soul into this radio station, and I applaud all my listeners, everybody who has joined me, supported me, even from the artists that have come in and I've interviewed that have been part of my show. I mean, from Patsy Torres to Leroy Urbazo, from Maravillas as to Joe Gutierrez. I mean, I've had a lot of people give it up for me. Radio Drop, people who have sent me their new music and everything, it's just like I said, it's just so much involved at a radio station. I never realized what I was taking on in the beginning, but once I got going. But sometimes I'll look back, as I'm doing right now, and I'll look back and I'll look around and pretty much my living room has been taken over by my radio station. It really has. And, you know, I look at all the interviews, all the efforts that I've done in my radio drops, my music, my skits, my Dr. Pepinos, everything that I put into this. And mind you, it was not only for me, it was for you guys, because I knew you guys enjoyed it as well. You know, but like I said, man, I feel right now like a person who's trying to go up an escalator that's coming down 100 miles an hour. I'm only going up 60 miles an hour, and the escalator's going down 100 miles an hour, and I'm trying to keep up, and I can't, and I can't. And you probably noticed that I've kind of weathered out on some of my morning shows. That's because I'm not able to do it the more the way I used to, because of my other job. Coming full circle, this is a very, very difficult thing for me to say, but I have come to where I can't do this no more. I cannot do this no more. Something's got to give. Something's got to give, and I do not want to give y'all a half-ass show, a half-ass radio station, because I'm being affected on the other side by my regular job. So, yes, I do have the right to change my mind, and if I do, I don't know. I got to go with what I'm feeling, and I've been feeling this way for several months. It's just been the most difficult thing for me to come clean and just talk to you guys and tell you what's going on and what's about to happen, in a sense. There are other radio stations. The radio stations come and go, but please understand, I've always tried to make my station as special and personal to you guys as possible. So coming full circle again, as of right now, the way I see things, it is time for me to close down the radio station. Like I said, I do have the right to change my mind. If I change my mind, I don't know. I just got to go by what I'm feeling right now. And so I am going to set the time of me closing down RR Radio, Robert Rivas Radio, the date that, the last day for my radio station. I've set it to December 31st, which will be a Monday night. It will be New Year's Eve, will be my last show that I stream over the internet on my radio station. Mind you, my morning show, the last morning show, will be the Friday of, I think you call it the 29th? No, we'll go with the 28th. Correct me there. December 28th will be my last morning show on RR Radio. December the 28th. Mark that down. The last Friday in December, okay? Now, that being said, my last Cruising Classic show will be December 30th. And my last show entirely, where I will quit streaming my music and my show through the internet, will be New Year's Eve, December the 31st will be my last show on RR Radio. Like I said, I've got to go with what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking, and you're probably going, well, Robert, if the donations were more, if you had more money coming in, would it make a difference? I don't know. Probably, I don't know. All I know is that money does make a difference. It does in a sense, and I'm not begging, asking for that. I've always said your donations got to be voluntarily. I'll never tell you, hey man, how come you haven't? I'm not that person. They've got to come from the heart. They got to come from you guys, and if it comes in, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. I was still willing to perform for you guys and do the radio station, but like I said, I do have the right to change my mind, and if I do decide to change my mind, you will be the first to know. But please mark this down. As of right now, unless things change for some reason, there'll be 2 more months of my radio station. From what I'm seeing, December, 2.5 months, 11, actually 2 months. 2 more months left to do my radio station, to do what I do. My last morning show should be December 29th, if I got that right. 28th, the last Friday in December will be my last morning show. My last Cruising Classic show will be December 30th. And my last show entirely will be New Year's Eve. I will try to help bring in the new year with all my listeners and everybody. But as of right now, that will be my last show on RR Radio. I want to thank everybody, and I mean everybody, who has been part of this. And like I said, we got 2 months to talk about it a little bit more and whatever. But for right now, I've got to go with what I'm feeling and what I'm looking at. I look at all my interviews. I look at all my people that listen. I look at everybody that logs on and sees whatever's going on. and I can't tell you how much I've embraced it. I love y'all for it. I've been very, very blessed in this crazy music business to have been able to entertain so many people. And I've done it throughout the years, from being a mobile DJ to being a promoter to being an event coordinator. I mean, to now, being part of doing the interviews, and just so blessed in my lifetime. Very, very blessed. What happens after the radio show, I don't know. All I can tell you is what I'm feeling with right now. I thank y'all so very, very much for being part of this. And one more thing, as many crowds that I have been in front of, entertained, at the clubs, the big events, talking on the mic, and mind you, that I can remember right now, this is the most nervous I've ever been to talk about something. And mind you, I have not one person in front of me, and all I've got is a computer screen and my Facebook video going right now. Well, like I said, there we go. December 28th is the last Friday. I appreciate it, Cynthia Gonzalez Ramirez. And so Friday, December the 28th, will be the last morning show. The 30th will be my last Cruising Classic show in December. And my last show will be Monday night, December 31st. So, mark that down in your calendars. Like I said, we got 2 months to talk about it a little bit more. But as of right now, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I need to go with. And that's it, man. And one more time, I'll say I thank y'all so very, very, very much for everything that y'all guys have done for me, listened to me, put up with me. Because sometimes I can come out saying the stupidest, strangest things, but I am what I am, and that's just the way it is. So anyways, I tell you what, man, I'm going to go and close it up with one more song, and that's going to be about it for me on my morning show. But of course, it is Freeform Friday, so I'm going to go and close out with MJ. Don't forget, RRR Radio is always 24/7 until it's not 24/7 no more. Okay, so anyways, DJ Jerry Lascon says, you'll be missed, brother, and I thank you so very much, Jerry, and you'll be missed as well. But of course, I will be part of the mix with Facebook and stuff like that, and we'll see what comes after that. But like I said, it is what it is. Cynthia Gonzalez Ramirez says, although I love the mixed music, this station, I understand, Fool, you need to do what you have to do. I appreciate all you have done throughout the years. I thank you so very much, Cynthia Gonzalez Ramirez. She is another person who has always donated to RRR Radio and has always supported and listened. And I thank you, along with so many other people. Okay, and like I said, y'all guys mean the world to me. And if anything, I've come closer to a lot of people out there. Just like I feel you all have come close to me. And many ways, I think I've related to you guys through my music. Anyways, I'm going to go and close it out with MJ Michael Jackson. I thank you so very much for joining me on my morning show. Man, that was one of the toughest things I've ever done in my life, and geez. Anyways, we're going to close it out. Have an awesome day. Never forget RRR Radio 24/7 until it's not 24/7. Orale. Goodbye. There we go, everybody. That's it, man. That was one of the hardest things for me to have ever said, and I thank you all so very much. Very, very nervous talking about all this, but it had to be done. Like I said, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. All I can do is, for right now, go with what I'm feeling, and that's pretty much about it. Okay, we have 2 months to talk about it a little bit more, but the dates have been set, okay? December 28th, my last morning show. December 30th, my last Cruising Classic show. December 31st, my last show streaming through the internet. Okay, mark that one down, por favor, and hopefully we'll be seeing you soon. RRR Radio 24/7. Lee Warrior Basil says, appreciate it, brother. Thanks for all the beautiful music. There we go. Thank you so very, very much. Here we go. Let's get back to the radio station, okay? Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.